What's up, everybody? It's Jeff White, Jeff White Fitness Solutions. I want to thank you for checking out my video today. And today, I want to talk about something that's near and dear to everyone's heart, and that is weight loss and losing weight. If you look around, you can see weight loss products and weight loss conversations everywhere you turn. You can go to the doctor and they'll give you a shot to lose weight. You can go to the surgeon, get gastric bypass surgery. You can look on social media and you'll see people selling weight loss pills, weight loss drinks, concoctions. You can look up lists of the top 10, top 15 weight loss foods. You can go to the gym and they'll tell you which exercises are the best or the best classes to help you lose weight and burn fat. Well, as you know, this is a really big industry, and I have to say that the majority of the things that we're told to do is incorrect. It is wrong. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. But before I do, some of you may be asking, why should I listen to you? I don't know who you are, but I'm going to just introduce myself. My name is Jeff White. I'm a certified personal trainer, wellness coach, um, motivational speaker. I've done triathlons for the last 20, 25 years, and I'm also an author. I've written 4 books, and I'm a ghostwriter where I just am really immersed in the wellness lifestyle. I used to be a financial advisor, but I really got tired of corporate America, so I moved over to this industry. But I speak from personal experience when I talk about what I'm going to detail today, and I challenge everyone to do their own research after listening to me and make up their own minds. But okay, first off, what we're doing today is wrong. Um, First, we're told to eat 5 to 6 times a day, and if you think about it, we're told the reason why is because that is going to help us um, and speed up our metabolism. And if we have a fast metabolism, that's going to help us burn the fat, burn calories, and lose weight. By eating so much, it's going to give us the energy for our workouts. That's what they tell us. But how's that working for us? I mean, if you look around, we're the biggest we've ever been in the history of mankind. So I really don't think that's working as well as they say it is. Now, just think back 20, 30 years ago, and we were not as big back then as we are now, nowhere near. In actuality, we were a lot smaller, and not only were we not told to eat 5 to 6 times a day, we were told that if we ate in between meals, it would spoil our dinner. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but I remember that clearly. It would spoil our appetite. And we don't hear that these days. If you're hungry, you just go eat. There's no such thing as spoiling appetites like it was back in the day. So, I mean, I think that really plays a big part in why we're gaining the weight we're gaining. Not to mention the fact that some of the foods that we are eating is not as healthy as some of us think. Um, Another thing we have to take into consideration is if we are eating 5 to 6 times a day, we're still consuming a lot of calories. Now, what if you exercise, but you're only burning so many calories from the exercise, but you're consuming more calories than what you actually burn? What's going to happen to that difference? That's going to be added weight gain. So that's something you need to think about too. But what I really want to talk about is the one component of weight loss that has been conveniently forgotten, and that is intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting is where you don't eat anywhere from 14 to 20 hours a day. 14 to 20 hours you do not eat. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, I'm nuts, and there's no way you can do that because you're used to eating, just every couple hours. Well, let me explain why this would work. First off, as I said before, when you eat 5 to 6 times a day, they tell you that that is going to help you speed up your metabolism to give you the energy to burn fat. And there are there are two energy sources in the body. That is, the food that we eat, and then there's the stored fat. Now, the stored fat is what you really want to tap into, but we cannot tap into that if we're constantly eating. So this is what happens. If you run out of food, and you don't have any food in your belly, your body has to get energy from someplace. Where is it going to get that energy? It's going to get it from stored fat. But again, if we're eating 5 to 6 times a day, the body has no reason to tap into that stored fat. This is how you lose weight, by tapping into that stored fat. And it can do it safely and effectively, but we never give it the chance to do that. So now, this is where not eating for 14 hours, 20 hours comes in. If you're not eating, it has to get it from someplace. So now you may come back and say, well, I don't know how I can do that, but it's not as difficult as you think. Let's just say, for example, you eat dinner at 8 o'clock, okay? You don't eat nothing else for the rest of the night. So you're sleeping. You don't get up until, say, 6 o'clock. So you don't eat from 8, you get up at 6. How many hours is that right there? That's 10 hours right there if you get up at 6. So now if you just skip breakfast and don't eat breakfast until, skip breakfast and go eat lunch at, say, 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, how many hours is that? So if you ate dinner at 8 o'clock, you don't eat until lunchtime, noon, let's just say. That's 16 hours right there. You just intermittent fasted. It's done right there. Then at that point, you can eat. The key with the intermittent fasting is to drink a lot of liquids. Drink a lot of liquids that'll help keep your body full. Because a lot of times we think we're hungry, but we are in actuality thirsty. So you may not be hungry, you just might be thirsty. So when you wake up in the morning, you just drink a lot of liquids. You can drink coffee, you can drink tea, you can drink a lot of water. That's going to keep your body full. That's going to help flush out the toxins as you go to the bathroom. Now what happens is your body's going to need energy, and so it's going to start tapping into that fat. So that's how intermittent fasting works. Now, here's the trick though. The difference between intermittent fasting and calorie restriction is when you break that fast, ironically, that's what they call breakfast, is breaking the fast. When you do break that fast, you eat. You eat until full. But the key is to eat healthy foods. Unlike calorie restriction, you're counting your calories and you're limiting how much you eat, your portion sizes, your portion control. And that is the worst thing that you can do if you're trying to lose weight or be healthy. Excuse me, because what happens now is if the body senses that you are in starvation mode because you're conserving food and you're not eating as much as you can, then you're always hungry, and the body will begin to hoard everything that it gets. It won't burn it, it's going to hoard it all. And this is why so many people, when they try these diets at New Year's and New Year's Day, and they try to cut calories and do all that, eventually they just can't take it and they just go on a binge and they gain all their weight back. Or backing up, they go on this restricted calorie diet and then they'll lose weight for a little while, maybe a couple of weeks or so. But then the body says, okay, wait a minute, I can't do this. I have to survive, so I'm going to hold on to every calorie that comes in. So then you reach a plateau where you stop losing weight, and then eventually you're going to start gaining weight back. This is the problem with calorie restricted diets. Now, with intermittent fasting, as I said, once you break that fast, you eat until full. You eat healthy foods until you're full. This way the body knows, it's like, okay, hey, I didn't eat for 14, 16, 18 hours, but now I got food coming in. So that means it's okay for me to start tapping into that fat because I'm not in starvation mode. That's the difference between intermittent fasting and calorie restriction. Another plus is if you are to exercise, you can even exercise in the middle of your fast, like work out that morning before you eat. So you get up, you work out, then you go about your business, and then at noon, lunchtime, then you eat until full. That's an intermittent fast. Now, by doing that, your body can slowly start to burn fat for energy, which will help you lose weight. So that's the trick. Now, another thing about intermittent fasting is if your body's not used to it, it's going to take you some time to get adjusted to not eating as often. I know the first time I did it, it was torture. I think I lasted maybe 10 hours and I just couldn't take anymore and I just gorged myself on food. The next day, I was able to go about 12 hours, then 14 hours, and now I can go 24 hours without eating it and feel fine. It just takes time for the body to adjust. Another thing you have to remember is many of us are not efficient fat burners. Our body hasn't had to burn fat probably ever. I mean, you look at little kids. We ever since we're little, our parent little kids today that is, our parents just feed the kids. If they're hungry, we give them something to eat. We give them something to snack on. Snacks are plentiful. So the body probably for a lot of people was never a fat burner. It was never taught to burn fat. So it's going to be a little transition time to learn how to do that. But this is what's missing as far as diet and weight loss. Intermittent fasting. Let the body burn fat naturally. And it can and it will. Now, you won't hear much about intermittent fasting because basically you're not eating. That means there's no products to be sold. So, what is a person's incentive to get on social media and say, hey, try intermittent fasting? There's no reason for them to do that because they can't make money off of it. I'm not here to make money off of intermittent fasting. I'm here to help educate people about how to be healthy. Another thing you have to be considerate of is if we're eating all the time, it's going to spike our glucose levels every time. So every time we eat, we spike our glucose. Then it comes crashing down. You eat, spikes it up, crashes it down. Spikes it up, comes down. This can wreak havoc on our bodies, and it can also increase our risk of getting type 2 diabetes. So there are a lot of different benefits in intermittent fasting, and that's one because it helps keep your insulin levels constant and they're not spiking and everything, and you don't get those crashes. So just try intermittent fasting. If you really want to lose weight, this is the natural way to do it. You don't have to go on these fad diets. You don't have to try these pills and take shots. Let your body do what it's designed to do, which is to burn fat naturally. So give it a try. Now, mind you, if you are on some type of medication, talk to your doctor first before you do it, because some medications, they need you to eat while you take the medication. So talk to your doctor before you do it. If you're on any type of medication or if you have any type of health issues, because that could, disrupt whatever your doctor has going on. So talk to your doctor first. But if you don't have any major health issues, give it a try. Just give it a try. Just skip breakfast and see what happens. But just continue to drink, drink, drink. Keep your body full of liquid so you don't get dehydrated and you can flush, all those toxins out of your body. All right. So it's Jeff White Fitness Solutions. And remember, intermittent fasting. If you want to lose weight, give it a try. All right. Peace.